Listen in for some positivity and good times. The views and opinions of our guests may not necessarily reflect those of the host or the Vibes Broadcast Network. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Listen to the Vibes. And today, I just wanted to maybe give some words of encouragement, maybe a little bit of inspiration for you, and talk on the subject of why my circle is so much smaller than it used to be and why yours should be as well. Now, I don't want to make this sound like I'm egotistical or anything, but my circle of friends is very exclusive. Now, I can see how that could be misconstrued as being arrogant, but the reason for it is, and let me set a narrative for you and compare life as a race. Now, you have everyone lined up at the starting line, all at the same spot. Now, is everyone going to finish the race in the same spot? Of course not. And I hope that I make this analogy, I guess, makes sense. The reason why I chose a race is because we do start out at the same line. And if you work hard, you train, you do everything you're supposed to do, eat well, get good rest, get plenty of exercise, then you will finish the race. And if you try even harder, you can win that race. Granted, not everybody is at the same skill level. Some people have to work harder at it than others. Some people, it just kind of comes naturally. But if you do put in the work, you can beat those that have those skills naturally. Now, granted, there was a time in history that not everyone was welcome to be in the race, but that's no longer the case. Granted, some people that get in the race have a few more obstacles than others do, but that doesn't mean that they can't finish the race or even come out on top. It depends on how badly you want it. Now, if you've been welcomed to the race, but yet you still complain about when people weren't allowed to be in the race, you're not doing yourself any favors, and you've pretty much wrecked your own narrative that, you've been put in the race and you're complaining because people used to not be. Hey, you're in the race now. And here's another thing. Is it truly a victory if somebody in the race is put ahead of everyone else about, I don't know, let's say over halfway, and you win the race? Is that truly a victory? Because I don't see it being a victory. And if you're put in that position where you're over halfway and you walk the rest of the way and everybody else passes you, how can you turn around and complain that you didn't win the race? I think you're kind of getting the idea of where I'm going with this. See, I believe everyone should be equally in the race. Everybody should be afforded the same opportunities to either finish or place in the race. I don't think that other people should have more advantage over others. And unfortunately, there are going to be those obstacles. See, someone like me, I've never been athletic. I've never been that fast. But at one point, when I was going to school and was in PE class, I worked really hard and I was able to not only race the race, but finish as well. And I was very proud of that fact. Now, today, I'd be lucky if I even got out the starting gate. But the point being is yes, there are some that are going to have to work a little bit harder than others in order to compete in the race. And if you've been given the opportunity and your coach teaches you everything that they possibly can, and you refuse to take those uh, the skills or the training, who's to blame? Well, of course, you would be the one to blame because you didn't take the advice or you didn't work hard. Now, let me get to my whole point is that those that are working very hard to try to win the race or at least compete, be able to place, those are the kind of people you want to associate yourself with. See, I act as almost like a scout, and I'm looking for people to compete on my team. And the ones that are going to work and try really hard are the ones that I want to be on my team. Now, when it comes to that, there are people that have been in my life who I love very much, but they refuse to compete or they didn't take advantage of the training, and they didn't take care of themselves, drank too much, did drugs, um, just have no ambitions to even be in the race. That's not who I want on my team. It's very integral to find those that are like-minded that want to at least compete in the race. That's what matters most to me. It doesn't even matter what place that they come in. It's the fact that they're willing to do the work. I used to be one of those that I didn't care to be in the race. I was happy just sitting in the stands and watching everybody else. But when I finally decided, hey, it's time to get up and compete, I wanted to be surrounded by others that wanted to do the same thing because that keeps me motivated. And whatever skill level I might be at, I am more than willing to teach other people what I know because I want to see other people succeed. That's the whole part of being part of this team, is seeing other people win. And as much as it may be disheartening to exclude some of my old friends and even family, it's not just friends, there are family members that are the same way. I don't particularly want them on my team. Does that mean I'm not going to love them or I'm not going to help them? That's ridiculous. Of course I still am, but if they're going to be in the stands, I'm going to be looking out at them from the racetrack, and I'll appreciate if they're rooting for me. And if they needed the help, I would definitely be there for them. But I'm not going to spend my time with them. I'm going to spend time with my teammates. I hope that makes sense. I tried to think all morning how I was going to word this to kind of make it make sense to why I am the way I am. And I like to network with people because a lot of times they can point you out to others that are trying to win the race. And I like to bring them on my team. I like to be a part of other people's team. If I'm not living up to what I'm supposed to be doing, I don't expect people to want me on their team. So we have to inspire each other, first of all, and we have to motivate each other. Just part of why I do what I do is I want to help you. I want you to be a part of the team. I want you to be able to compete. The more people you have on your team, the better chance you have of winning. Just like in a football team, you go out and you look for the best players to help you win. You do it together, and that is teamwork. So that's another analogy. I guess I should have thought about that sooner, but just like a football team, a baseball team, basketball team, what have you, you want the best on your team in order to win. And you have to do it together, because as an individual, you're not going to win it by yourself. You need others. And hopefully you can be that teammate that helps your other teammates to win. When you refuse to put in the work, you don't deserve to win. And if you don't put in the work and you reap the benefits from the rest of the team, that's not a real victory. That's not fair. Okay, you can say, oh, what about second string and third string? You know what? Sometimes they have to come in too. They have to put in the work. And those that don't, if they're still trying, they're part of that team. They're there and available. But unfortunately, you have those that just don't care. I don't want those on my team. Those folks, and mind you, I don't care if we don't share the same skin color. I don't care if we don't go to the same church. I don't even care if you're a boy or a girl, you're gay, straight, bisexual, whatever. As long as you're willing to put in the work and try, I want you on my team. If you think that being given that trophy when you didn't work for it, you didn't earn it, if you think that's okay, I don't want you on my team either. That doesn't help anybody else. That you're just out for you. It's like a star on a team when the rest of the team's struggling, but you're just out there showboating and just, you're just all about you. That doesn't help a team to win. It's when you help the other teammates to get better. So I could go on with this all day long, but I hope you got the gist of what I'm trying to say. I want to see you succeed. I want you to be a part of the team. I hope you want me to be a part of your team. Continue to support the channel. If you're new here, thank you for watching or listening. If you're a regular, I appreciate that support as well. And so until the next one, please take care. God bless and peace.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Listen to the Vibes. You can catch us on Buzzsprout or wherever you listen to your favourite podcasts, and on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook at The Vibes Broadcast Network